Alright, let's game. In a second. Chilly. Okay, comfortable hoodie has been acquired. Now I've got my gamer outfit on. So, chapter 16, a lot of stuff. So let's quick overview of everything I want to do. We need to recruit Zeiss, so we need to bring Meredy, because you need Zeiss and Meredy alive to get 21x. So that's not optional if we want True End, we have to bring Meredy. Other thing not optional, we have to recruit Douglas if we want to get 16x, which you can't do in this chapter. He tries to kill you until you win, which is awesome. Current plan for Douglas is we're gonna lure him into a treasure room and block him in there. He has 86 hit, so what we can do is we're gonna lure him in here. He's gonna attack Lance. Lance will attack back for a non-lethal round of combat because Douglas is really high defense. Then Lance will grab his support partner Alan and run out of the room, and we're gonna put Elfin in the doorway because Douglas will not attack Elfin. That's how we're gonna get Douglas door stuck. Okay. Thing number 3 we want to do is that we want the members card. We're gonna recruit Hugh with Roy. We really want this because we can buy infinite stat boosters like boots and speed wings and such later in the game. Speaking of stat boosters, a great person for boots is Elfin. Great character for it. Also speaking of stat boosters, we have a speed wing we picked up in 14 that we didn't use in 14x because we forgot and the chapter was like 2 turns. Rucker's a good candidate for speed wings because Lance is going to cap soon and Lelina is maybe going to cap, and if she doesn't, there's another speed wings in 20. And if that also fails somehow, we can always buy more. But Rucker could use the speed now. The other alternative for the speed wings is kind of a weird one. It would be to give it to a thief, so we could steal a bunch of shit off the boss by exceeding his speed. I would only do this if the Delphi shield is extremely valuable, like if it's sold for like 10 bajillion money, then I would just do that and buy more speed wings later in chapter 21. So I'm gonna check how much a Delphi shield sells for, if anything. It only sells for 5k. So theoretically what you could do is you could speed wing your thief here and steal 10k worth of loot off the boss, and then buy 2 speed wings later. Which is a gain, but it's more of a thing of like, do we want to front load stuff now, or do we want to backload it to the point where we'll have like infinite resources anyway late game, just having more resources in the late game help us, because we're already going to buy like speed wings and boltings in bulk. Not sure if I actually need that now. Need to remember to steal this red gem as well. We'll have stealables. There's a red gem here. Lots of stealable stuff. Okay, my other concerns are, bolting guy. I want to figure out, can I kill this person on turn 1 with a green and elfin? Can I just longbow this guy? The bolting weighs 10, so he has 4 speed. And let's check how strong a green is, and see if we can longbow them turn 1, and not have to deal with any shenanigans. Oh yeah, we get Faye too. Faye can tank out boltings and stats and stuff and buy time. The reason I don't want to do that for the beginning is because I want to go fast at the very start, for the purpose of getting the treasure and getting Douglas all settled. And steel axes are a bad weapon. I'm never going to use these steel axes, I'm going to sell them. Because I'm going to buy killer axes in chapter 17. And those are actually a good weapon. Right now these are just loading up my armory space. And I hate them, so I'm selling them. Or anything else I'm not going to use that I can sell. This Steel lances are also a terrible weapon that I will not use. They're too heavy and inaccurate. I will use killer lances or something. This used up steel sword could also be sold. I just made 10 spots in my envoy. Let's do some more cleanup. We don't have infinite convoy space. We want to buy a lot of killer weapons. We want to buy killer axes. We want to buy like 10 hand axes in chapter 17. We want to go on a lot of shopping. I don't need this random heal stuff. I'm probably going to give this chest key to Alan in this chapter, because he'll be in that treasure room alongside Lance to give us a support bonus, and I might need to open those chests quickly if I'm going to trap Douglas in that room. I'm definitely not going to need these Elysium whips. Not one of them. Probably not going to need the Hero Crest either. What am I going to use this body ring on? I was thinking of, like, Rucker, maybe, but to use a steel sword. But Rucker doesn't get weighed down by, a killing edge. It would help Rucker use the Durandal, mostly. But I still have not decided on what the best use of the body ring is. Okay. Any other crap we could sell that we're certainly not going to use? Well, I don't like iron blades. They're not very good. I don't like steel blades, and I don't like silver blades. It's so inaccurate and heavy. We really need to value accuracy and weight in our weapons for consistency purposes in this game, so I think we just sell blades. I think that it's not worth using them. And no damage taken. If we need a high damage option among swords, we have Rucker use Killing Edge or Durandal or something, so we don't need blades. We can sell those and save some inventory space. And make a little bit of money while we're at it. Yeah, they're valuable. Cool. And since we're gonna use a green, at least at the minimum, she needs to longbow out the, take the stuff. Walt hasn't fired a shot in so long. We also have some good bows we could, grab. Let's grab the Brave Bow. Wow, we don't have, enough bow rank for... Oh, she's B. Okay. She needs training to use a silver bow. I didn't realize she didn't have bow rank. That's mildly interesting. Short bow's a bad weapon. It's like weaker than iron, so I am gonna sell that one. I certainly don't need men's stabs. I don't have any use for them. I don't need to staff rank grind at all, and I get like free EXP for healing with a promoted unit, so I'm not gonna bother with that kind of thing. There'll be a couple more things we can sell to make money. Okay, now let's figure out who's deploying where. Because obviously we need to have Elfin and Igraine on the right side of the map to take out the bolting person on turn 1, so we can run up the right side of the map without getting bolted. We want to lure Douglas to run up, over, and here. We're gonna trap Douglas in this treasure room, and then we also want to catch this thief that spawns here on turn 10. So... Where's Igraine? Oh, she's right here. Where's Elfin? You do too. Now I need to get to this tile. So if Elfin dances from here, then she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hit. But then she's in range of this. So is there a way that I can That guy's pretty inaccurate. Maybe he'll just miss. Maybe our turn 1 could just be like focusing on killing this guy with the longbow and hoping she dodges. That wouldn't be a bad turn 1, honestly. To get the good fighters and such onto the right side. Or I could leave like some of the slower people on the left because these people I can rescue people and help bring them to the right. Because obviously I need a story to open chests, but I also want combatants to be there. What about this guy in turn 1? We'll have, I guess Lance could maybe fight him? He has really high, Yeah, I'll leave the lane on the left and see if he charges me. If he charges me, we kill him with Elena. If he doesn't, he's not a problem for now. Get the story on the right side, because we need him to open chests. Let's just deploy. This looks good. We could also bring Faye. in case we need to tank a status staff or a bolting. Setup looks good. Let's save, and let's play. Alright, so the turn 1 gambit is seeing how reasonable it is to kill this longbow guy, this bolting guy with a longbow, and then just dodge that steel axe. What's our accuracy looking like? Our accuracy, no damage. Okay, so this is pretty doable. We have 33 avoid into this really low hit rate guy, so let's just hope that we dodge that. Let's turn on animations for everyone but the utility units. But no bolting. Another bolting guy spawns here like turn, I don't know, 12, but I'm just gonna ideally never come back here. Because once I trap Douglas in the treasure room, it's really far away from the bolting and we won't need to worry about anything. I should have maybe gotten a fresh sword for Lance. His sword is a bit worn down. Now, this guy is not a huge threat or anything. Let's carry some of the slower units as we go. I need to carry Roy. Roy needs to get there relatively quickly because Roy needs to be the one to talk to Hugh, so he's important. Alright, now we just need to dodge Steel Axe on turn 1. And if we do that, then I think we can be good for a while. If we get hit, then we restart. Okay. Not a bad risk. That's a turn 1 risk, so it's not a big deal. We just restart the chapter if we get hit. Lots of aggressive enemies. More than I thought. Yeah, that's a lot of aggressive enemies. There's Ice. Leave him there. We'll come for him much later. We're gonna outrun anything that comes from us at the middle. We're gonna focus entirely on running up the right side. This guy's got a silent staff. Not hugely threatening. We do have restores on Sol. And if we're lucky, then he'll want to attack Faye. Mostly Axe Fighters charging me. Killing Edge guy is a massive threat. So he's hyper accurate and pretty high damage. That's hard to tank. Now, even Lance with a Lance, ironic I know, with a full supports only can come up to an effective 19 defense against a sortie. This is the kind of guy it would be nice to throw javelins at. But we get the additional problem posed by this Lightning Bishop is reasonably accurate and also reasonably strong, because most of my units don't have resistance. Melina could easily tank this guy. We're gonna have to maybe get Lilina here, stay out of range of the Killing Edge guy, and then Lilina can player phase him and also take out the Bishop for me. I definitely think getting Lilina here as quickly as possible is my top priority now. If we move her here, can we dance her? Can we, yes. So if we have to restart the chapter for any reason, I'm definitely going to move Lilina to start on the right side, because I think she's essential to taking out this initial rush of aggressive enemies. Is there anything I can do about Steel Axe guy? Yes, we can just retreat and have Lance fight Steel Axe guy, while waiting for the other, Lilina to get here to take care of the other threats for us. So if Lance just holds position and he's on his sword, then... Wow, my game lagged there for a second and made some truly interesting noises. The steel sword's pretty worn down, and because I won around this guy with the iron sword, I'm just gonna do that little trade there, and we're gonna hold position. We're gonna focus on getting as many units here to the right as we can. Can't pick up Deke. Deke is too heavy. In the meantime, this guy's charging me. Sortie is not, but Rucker can stay back and deal with him. Rucker has Deke and clearance supports available. We can get that hit rate down to 0 pretty easily. Alright, we pass turn. Does Hugh charge me too? We have Roy up front. So it'll be easy to recruit him as long as he's not within a dense pack of enemies. Looks like Douglas hasn't started moving, that buys us a lot of time. I don't know when Douglas starts moving, but we'll bait him to the upper left corner when he does. Oh, there he is. That's gotta be Douglas. Lots of aggressive enemies. This is a busy chapter. This is annoying. Saul's the only person right now who can use the Restore Staff. It looked like it missed. If we get Faye in range, he'll use Restore. He'll use Silence on Faye instead and miss because enemy status stabs and FE6 target based on deploy unit order. Okay, yeah, Douglas is charging. We gotta book it north if we're gonna trap him in there. Let's try and burn through this pack of aggressive enemies. Melina can easily dodge tank those steel axes and also theoretically fight this air caliber person from over the wall, but doing that would lose access to the red gem, so maybe we try and... we might lose out on this. Either way, we're always going to move forward and we're always going to take care of the killer edge guy. This happens every single time. This is a guarantee. Now, Melina should have high enough stats that she can also take on steel axes without getting hit. She has 62 avoid into 65 and 63 hit rates. Those are pretty good. If any of our support partners are near, that becomes guaranteed. I'm not worried about this guy actually hitting me. He's going to try and use silence again next turn. He won't attack me with his staff, so I can get closer and it's fine. And let's get Historia closer to give Melina a support bonus. For her accuracy and evasion. And she'll take on the steel axes, and then we'll push forward after this. This guy's a hand axe, but she still retaliates and kills, so that'll get both of those fighters out of the way and give us room to push north. We have some aggressive guys on this side. We can have Rucker fight this one. Does he have enough damage for the Iron Sword? He does. Let's get in support range and we'll be cooking the fire. Should be 80 avoid. He has 80 hit, but we have 10 more from weapon triangle, so he's done for. Let's try and have Faye bait the silent staff and hopefully take 0 damage. And otherwise we're just kind of crowded up in this choke point. We're waiting for our ability to move forward. The green's less important now that she's done her job of hitting that bolting. So let's put her out of the way, pass her turn. Oh my god, this is 100 damage, Alina. You didn't need to do that! What if that man had a family? A child! He's hit a 105. Lots of moving pieces still, but this is a big map. We have a lot of room to work with. Still going for Soul. Not a big deal. I probably should have checked the order in which I selected my units. I could have sworn Faye would be lower on the deploy list though. Whatever, no big deal. He missed. Okay, so these guys... Purge guy. This guy is a huge problem. We have to be very, very careful with the Purge guy. We have a couple ways of dealing with it. A barrier on Melina. Actually, we don't even need a barrier on Melina. Melina with supports and weapon triangle can tank it without taking damage. He's pretty accurate, 92. Faye can also tank those with her 26 res. Let's be extremely careful of Purge Guy. We want to try and run his purges out as fast as possible, because Douglas is still coming. Worst case scenario, if we can't move forward north hard enough to get Douglas trapped in this treasure room, if we can, at a minimum, kill the thief from here, maybe we could just outrun Douglas and go all the way around, back, and through here. The downside is that there's a bolting sage, or a bolting mage that spawns here, in this corner on turn 12. So backtracking would be pretty dangerous, we would just get shot. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm vaguely concerned about progress. Let's try and go forward north as hard as we can, see what we can get done. I'm very, very concerned about the Purge Guy. I want to maybe see if there's a way I can kill the Purge Guy early. Like, maybe if I can get him to start firing at my units this turn, he can stay at this wall, and I can set up a way to kill him from across the wall and get him out of the way, rather than having to wait out all the purges. Can we do that with Faye? Can we grab Faye and get her onto tile northwest of Lilina? That would be really good if we could do that. We could have Lance grab Faye and get danced, and that would accomplish a lot. That would mean we can place her wherever we want to. We can go this far. This is not in purge range. It's one tile off. It's close, but not in immediate danger. I didn't mean to have Alan pick up Faye, but that's fine. We... this. And now we're going to drop her within purge range, so that guy will start slinging purges at her. Assuming he moves. We're about to find out. Yeah, this mage is charging us. He has a red gem we're probably going to miss. I could of course walk into his range and one-shot him, the Durandal. That would expose me to this guy's range. So I'm gonna pull back a little bit. At most you can go here or here and fire too. So we're gonna pull back from him. And get him on next turn. We'll just use Rucker for that. Okay. Now let's just advance as close as I can. Hello, Juniper. Yeah, I'm like 2/3 of the way through the game. There's a lot of optional chapters left because I have to do 16x, 20x, and 21x. And there's True End. But yeah, if you count how many chapters I've completed, including optional chapters, I think I've completed 18 total chapters so far. 1 through 15, and then I also did 8x, 12x, 14x. That's pretty good progress. I think there's like 12 chapters left in the game, question mark? I could count in my head. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that aren't side quest chapters. I think there's like 11 more. I think there's 11 more chapters. Maybe 12 if you count the Edun final chapter separately, even though it's done in like 2 turns. Let's call it 12 more chapters then. We've made great progress. Okay, so Purge Guy is now shooting at us. This is really good, because now it's possible. I want to slap a barrier on Lilina so I can move her aggressively into Purge range, because I want her to sprint forward so we can take him out and save ourselves having to tank back here for 5 turns and give us a chance of beating Douglas to the northeast. I really want to trap Douglas in this treasure room. It would save me so much headache. Thank you. We all love the funny plus shark here. I don't even try to pronounce it because, like, you have the people that don't even try to do the Swedish pronunciation. They say blahaj, but it's honestly closer to blowhigh, but I'm still saying that wrong. So it's like, do I even bother faking it if I'm gonna do it wrong anyway? We do actually have to stay back this turn, unfortunately, because we don't want to kill Hugh. Lelena would annihilate Hugh. It would be just a massacre. That's no good. But what we can do is we can get Roy closer to recruit him. We really need that members card. Move, reposition there. That's out of Hugh's and the Verge's range. Get Roy as close as we can. And then we're going to have Elfin be as close as we can as well, because then what we can do is, once Hugh is recruited, we'll do a dancing maneuver to get Lelena over to kill Purge Guy. Technically anyone could kill Purge Guy. He's not going to be able to strike back at close range. It could also be Lance. The actual detail here is that we specifically just want Elfin to be close to help us rush up and get him. So we're going to reposition Elfin to be as close as I can get him. Here. And then we'll make our big play next turn. We'll recruit Hugh, get the members card, and then run up on the Purge Guy and kill him. Other things happening this turn is this. He has a hit of 2. That is a risk I'm willing to take. Especially because I'm gonna crit him, or not. Durandal would have one-shot, or I could have done Killing Edge. It's just that, like, the chance of this hitting is so low, it would have made for good content if I got hit. Because after true hit, a 2 is like, I don't know, it's like some fraction of a % chance of hitting. Yeah, that guy's not in range of me. Can I grab... We don't need Rutger here anymore. Is anything charging me from the center column? I guess it's this guy making like an Odyssey. Either way, I can let him chase me. I want Rutger to catch up with everyone else. Pass. I like how close Douglas is getting. Tank chicken! Tank chicken! Local chicken is invincible. I like how she has 10 more res than she has HP. She has 16 HP and 26 res. Even her defense is higher than her HP. I'm definitely interested in training Faye a little bit as well, not just using her for tanking. Because her growths are pretty good. She can potentially tank on defense, not just res. It's worth noting that she's light affinity, so if we get supports on her with, say, a green, we could get even more defense through affinity, and she might be able to tank on defense. I'm gonna check what Faye's growths are like. She has only a 30% defense growth and a 50% res growth. Not crazy. Also, you need to be extraordinarily careful with the Divine Stone. You only get one, and I think, at least this is true in FE8, you can't use the Hammer and Staff on Murr's Dragonstone. I don't know if that's true for Faye. I don't know if it's repairable. My gut instinct is telling me it's not, even though I cannot prove it. If she supports with a green, that would be maybe a lot of defense though, so if there's ever like a really like dangerous accurate enemy, we could use her as like a backup plan. A green is ice affinity, so that's a good way to get a +3 defense by supporting them. They support really fast too, so that's worth doing. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna work on that over this chapter. We recruit Hugh. We do this every single time. Members card get. We want to pay the least. Because the gimmick with Hugh is that you hire him, and his base stats are based on how much you pay. This conversation's funny. I love how his grandmother is Nime, who is like twice as strong as he is. Anyway, that's too expensive. Let's negotiate. That's still too expensive. Let's negotiate. Because I don't want it for combat. Anyway. I forget if that's his last offer or not, so I just take yes, because I can't make save states. Making a save state would break my rules. I think he goes down to 5,000. This is peak content. This is good dialogue. Anyway, his base stats are low because we didn't pay him a lot. So he's like level 15 with like really low stats. If you pay his full value, I think his bases are okay. I'm gonna check them out of idle curiosity. You'd have 2 more magic, right? Yeah, he'd have 2 more magic and 2 more speed. I think he loses 1 to every single stat for each time you say no to his offer. All of his base stats go down by 1. Yeah, just compared his full list of bases. Even his HP, everything goes down by 1 every time he refuses offer. Funny unit. We're not using him, but member card. He's gonna be godlike. Lots of mages charging me. This is no issue because we're going to put Lilina in the front. Lilina, that means Lilina's definitely a purge killer because we need her to take down the enemy mages as well at the same time. Lilina's res tanking has been so useful. A lot of you have to like mitigate the RNG when you play this game. Heavy use of support bonuses is king. It really helps you get past hit rate issues. Recognizing as well which weapon types and situations are useful to maximize your hit rates is important in the strategy of this game. A lot of people like to say that axes are bad. It's just mostly the starting axe users that are bad, but axes on paladins are really strong. The point in case is that I've gotten axes from E to A rank on Lance because of how many Lance enemies there were to use axes on, and my Marcus has S rank in axes, and both these characters start with E axe. So it's just about, you know, right tool for the right job, and also getting accuracy from supports will go a very, very long way. This should still be out of range of the mage. Yeah, I don't blame you that grinding supports is kind of boring, but at least it's like, you use a couple minutes out of your life and then you're set for the rest of the game. And it kind of is fun the way that you get to make army building decisions based on who's good with each other. I like that aspect as well. I know that not everyone likes that, but I like that kind of like synergistic team design aspect. I think it's mildly interesting. Yeah, the Axe Boys are like, they have kind of just low growth rates, but like if you get lucky it's fine. Like Wade is kind of slow, and Lot has like, he doesn't even have like a strength growth. I think his like Lot's strength growth is like 30%. It's like not befitting of what he should have, in my opinion. So one thing you can do to make support grinding a lot faster is that if it's one of those maps where if on enemy phase it like goes to the boss and pans the camera back and forth, if you do your support grinding near the boss, that saves you time. The other thing that saves a lot of time is if you turn off auto cursor, it won't put your cursor on your lord. So you can support grind by hitting end turn, clicking and just like over and over and over without spending nearly as much time with the camera moving around. Yeah, accuracy is a niche in this game. Like, Lilina is also a unit you can use as an accurate boss killer, not because she has high skill, but because the Fire Tome is 95 accuracy, and her supports give 25% accuracy. So even though she's not a traditional strong character in a normal way, she has a lot of advantages. Douglas is getting really close. Let's count tiles to see how far Douglas can get. He can move 5 at a time. I really would like to lure Douglas inside the treasure room and then run out. Like, let's say I have Lance here and Elfin here. If I lure in Douglas to walk in the room and attack Lance on this tile below the treasure chest and miss and not kill him, we can then have Lance run out of the room, past Douglas, and Elfin can then go inside the doorway and block it. And then we can trap Douglas in the room forever. There is a downside. It means I'm not going to be able to get this loot for a while. But what I could do, at the very end of the chapter, is to let Douglas out of his cage and run on like a wild goose chase, just so I can run and sneak a thief past him and finally come get all of these chests at the end. Because I don't have enough time to do it right now. I think I have just enough time to maybe trap Douglas. I would like to trap Douglas. Easiest way to kill this Manakee is, of course, once again with Lilina. So we can both take out the mage and... well, Lilina's MVP this chapter! She's going crazy. She can do everything. We're on chapter 16 right now. And our side objectives are really hard because we're going for True End, and the optional chapter 16X requires us to not kill Douglas. Douglas is a pain because you cannot recruit him. He just joins in between chapters if he survives this one. But having him survive this one is really annoying because he just attacks you and never stops. This is why I keep coming up with this elaborate plan to trap Douglas in a room, because he's like a feral dog. We need to like put him in a kennel and close the gate. And the only way I have to close the gate on him is to use Elfin, the dancer. Douglas will not attack your dancers. Elfin because Elfin's the Prince of Etruria, and Lalam because Lalam's his daughter. Mediocre level up. Lilia's last 3 level ups have been terrible. All my karmas come like rushing back to punish me. Horse Slayer. Pretty accurate weapon. Armor Slayer. Very accurate weapon. Scary enemies. With different weapon triangle. I would have Lance run over and start fighting them, but their accuracy and mixed weapon types are a lot to deal with. We unsurprisingly might have to use Lilina again. That's crazy, I've never done that before. Unfortunately, I cannot unlock the door this turn. Lilina's in the way. I can reposition her a little bit. To make it easier for her to fight the enemies we need to next turn. Start working on this green support. Now, what turn does this surprise bolting show up? I think it's turn 12. I think we're gonna outpace him. Not worried about the surprise bolting at this point. Okay, it's just Operation Trap Douglas now, and if we can do that, then we'll be in good shape. Then we need to catch this thief from here on turn 10, but that's not too bad either. Okay, I'll defend you. To his credit, male mages gain like 4 magic on promotion, right? That's really high. And Lou doesn't have very much magic. If we do a quick like average stats calculator, I know Lou could be easily promoted by now, but just bear with me for a second. The average Lou at level 15 has around 10 magic and 13 speed. A full price Hugh, yeah, I know similar names, Hugh, Lou, just I'll try and enunciate them. A full price Hugh at 10k is 13 magic and 12 speed. So he's stronger than an equivalent level Lou would be, and around the same speed. And I think he has higher con, if that makes a difference in any of the spells, but these spells are really light in this game, so it probably only makes a difference for 4-Blaze, if at all. So even though, like, Lou, if trained, would have, like, a huge advantage in level and training, in terms of, like, overall, like, stat ceiling and potential, Hugh's probably, like, fine. I think his magic would be stronger. He's probably slower, but he's probably not that bad. His main issue is his availability, right? Hugh only has a 30% magic growth, but that's not much lower than Lou's, and his magic base is much higher. And he'll gain 4 on promotion, so it's fine. I think Hugh could be a lot worse. I don't think he's, like, good, but I think he could be a lot worse. He might need a speed wing to, like, get the initial speed to a range where he's doubling. He would only gain 1 on promotion. But yeah. I think if you were doing like a draft run or something, and you got Hugh, you wouldn't like be all beat up about it. It would be like workable. This guy not move? I guess this guy doesn't move. Most units are serviceable in most Fire Emblems. Sometimes a unit requires you to like alter your gameplay a little to like baby them for like one chapter to get them caught up. Lilina is definitely one of those characters, but it only really takes one chapter of babying. Just 8x is enough to get her kind of caught up. My eye only gets twitchy when people spend like 5 or 6 chapters babying a unit, and then they're like, oh look, they're so good. I'm like, okay, but you had to like drastically alter your playstyle to get them into a point where they can function to a truly ridiculous degree. But if it just takes 1 or 2 chapters, I think it's okay. Even like FE8, like, Ewan isn't that hard to train, at least on like Erica route. There's like a training dummy zombie that stays still on the join chapter. You can get him to level 10 pretty easily. Put him into Shaman, and then chapter 14 has a million mages he could brawl and get like literally 15 levels. I'm not joking, I've done it. It's slow, but that chapter's slow anyway, so it's not that different. Open the store. Okay. So we're gonna... Alan's gonna run inside the room. We're gonna open some stuff while we have an opportunity to. Wait, what happened to the chest key? I thought I gave Alan the chest key. What happened to it? Did we lose it? Oh my god. We lost it. We didn't give it to him. That's fine. We'll get these treasure chests later. Alan's gonna run inside the room to give a support bonus to Lance, because Lance has to dodge Douglas. Then to get Alan out of the room, we'll move him next to Lance. Lance will do a rescue and then run past Douglas and escape. So Lance and Alan enter the room, and we have the Iron Sword equipped so we don't kill Douglas. We have 24 attack, we deal like 5 damage, so even if we double crit, Douglas survives. I've even factored in for crits. Yeah, Nino. I think that Nino is... like, she's popular, because people like having like that zero to hero growth story. But man, by the time you manage to catch her up, the game's like over, right? Like, congratulations, you have a Sage who's like maybe catching up to Pent, has E staff rank, and is a million times weaker than Athos. It's like, Jesus Christ. Because Athos can use Luna in the final chapter. Even if you capped out Nino's offensive stats, Athos has Luna. And does Nino have Luna? No, FE7 Luna is broken, and Athos is 30 magic. Yeah, better than Sophia. Oh, Sophia is a depressing unit. I'm getting distracted. Most of my units have to retreat here. Because we have to be out of the way of Douglas. We want to bait him in such a way that he moves towards a treasure room. So I might actually have to have him attack Lance twice if that's what needs to manipulate his movement correctly. I think we just don't exactly know what we're doing until next turn. Let's watch his movement pattern. Okay. Get some water, my throat's dry. Now here's the tricky part. We might actually have to have him hit Lance this turn and make him take a U-turn. We need to get him into the treasure room. So you have to move out, you have to move away. You all have to move away. We need to make him make a U-turn. So he's gonna do this. And our chance to avoid him, we have 82 avoid into X's, so pretty good chance to avoid. Oh, for some reason I thought these tiles were solid. Okay, that's on me. These endpoint columns I thought were solid, so I thought we had to do... I was being very serious when I said U-turn. I thought he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back like that. Not a big deal. It's playing out similarly no matter what, and we're probably not going to kill him because we're only hitting for 5 damage. We'd have to crit like 7 million times in a row for him to actually die at this point. Now, he doesn't attack Elfin, but I don't know if he does if you need to talk to him with Elfin to guarantee that behavior. Because they can talk. So not knowing how the AI works, I'll wait until they get a chance to speak. Oh, right, I have supports. I do way more damage than I thought. I need the support for the, No, don't crit! Lance! You're trying not to kill him! No! Lance! Lance, stop! What's more or less risky? We could have Lance unequip his weapons. No, we can't even unequip them. We just have to not crit him again. Or can I already box him in a way? I think I can box him in further without hitting him. No, I can't. He's not boxed down the sides. Crap. Crap! And this guy charging is getting in our way. I'm scared. I'm really scared now. So I need to get him further into this room. I was going to put Alan on this tile and then Lance here, and then be able to go around him like this. But if I crit him, it's over. We have to restart. I've already critted once. Do I give up on my support? What's riskier? Do I like risk getting hit or do I risk critting him? I have to choose. I guess I'm probably not going to crit. If I'm on this tile, I can then go around him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and escape the room while holding Alan. Then I can have Elfin move in, box him in. Okay. Just please don't crit again, Lance. That was horrifying. And now we just have to hope that, what was told to me about Douglas attacking Elfin is true. Maybe they have to talk first. I'll have them talk just in case that makes them do anything. Oh, Douglas. Can you just stop attacking me? So yeah, that conversation there is supposed to be your hint to not kill Douglas. But it's so hard because at least he could just like sit in a corner and not do anything. It's not like he's being watched by every second. Okay, I need to do a rescue drop situation where I don't get hit by him. Then I need to of course, get Elfin out of range of this Armor Knight. This works. Okay, and now we just see if Lance crits Douglas again and kills him. Please don't. For the love of God, please don't kill him. Please don't kill Douglas. I am begging you. Lance, if you crit again, don't do it, Lance. Don't kill him. Leave him alive! Let him live! Let him go! Oh my god. Poor HP Douglas. Horrifying. Hey, speed. That's speed cap. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine. Operation Trap Douglas is gonna succeed. Alan, go here to get picked up. Pick him up. Escape the room. This is it. This is Operation Door Stuck. Douglas has nowhere to go. The kennel has been shut. The mad dog has been has been barred. He has been imprisoned. We have incarcerated this man. The menace to society has been safely put behind bars. The unofficial Homestuck sequel, Doorstuck. I think about that ancient YouTube meme from like 15 years ago about that guy playing Counter-Strike shouting Doorstuck at the top of his lungs. That's what comes to mind for me anyway. What turn is it? I thought that there was supposed to be a thief that spawns on turn 10 on this tile. If Kath is dead, does this thief also not spawn? It's okay, yeah, no, I think that's 2 chapters then, where thieves just completely don't spawn if you kill Calf, even though they're supposed to be non-Calf thieves. Killing Calf is the best decision I've ever made in my life. Or is that the thief? No, there's no thief. There's no thief. Yeah, he's literally stuck on the door. Now I'm checking the reinforcements real quick, because I just want to check when the bolting guy shows up. We're far out of his range. I just don't want any surprises, because we've gotten past this hard part of the chapter. I want to be really, really sure where all of the reinforcements spawn. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a huge trickle of reinforcements coming every turn until like turn 15 from these various stairs, so we can mostly just hang out where we currently are, and we're gonna get away with everything just fine. What kind of weapons do these guys use? The steel swords. They're pretty dangerous. They're accurate, they're damaging. But we can just hang out and let them come to us and then just burn them with Helena. Alternatively, Lance with all supports and Weapon Triangle could fight them, but it's hard for Lance to get stronger at this point. He's capped speed. There's not that much left for him to gain. He can always gain strength and defense, of course, but I think that speed cap definitely lessens the value of his level ups going forward. I don't mind having Lilina. Hold on. Lilina's my ticket to killing in game after all. Oh, I could feed kills to Agreen if I want to use her for any reason. She's like way lower level than my other characters. Do I? I'm using Faye anyway, they could support. Is there any value in this? We've already determined that Agreen's ability to longbow stuff was good. That's what made turn 1 of this chapter possible. We longbowed out the bolting guy right there, and that was really nice. So is there a compelling reason for me to have Agreen do stuff? She doesn't even double with that longbow. That's a tragedy. I'll get a chip so I don't have to use a use of Durandal. My question is, why is Agreen's battle sprite white? Why is she white? She's not white, she's super tan. Battle palettes are unique to each character, they didn't need to make her white. She's paler than Rucker. What happened? Rucker's at least a little yellow in his battle sprite. No, Agreen was white. That's weird. There's the bolting guy. Oh, am I out of range of the bolting? Did I even count my tiles? I may have forgotten to count tiles. Am I screwed? Did I make a mistake? Oh, 1 tile! That's probably the exact tile that gets hit. That's probably the only tile that gets hit. I screwed up. For some reason I just had it in my mind that once I got to Douglas I would be out of range of these guys. Yeah! No! Everyone's out of range but Clarine, who I forgot about. Because I knew that this area was safe. Like, once you got to the treasure chest, you were safe. And I was keeping my units on the left side, too. I forgot about her. I should have counted the tiles. The other reason I thought that tile was safe is because, the bolting sage at the start of the chapter starts on this tile, right? So it's one less tile of range. I didn't account for this tile being further up. Because this guy moves. Ah, he moves. I could have checked that. I could have confirmed that. Because if he was actually on the stairs where he spawned, he wouldn't have hit me. But he moves. Of course he moves. I'm so used to bolting enemies not moving in certain games. I didn't account for this. On the plus side, while we wasted a bunch of time, we confirmed that our strategy for the chapter works. But that's a lot of time wasted. We can redo stuff really quickly if we turn off animations and have a stronger start by moving Lilina to the right side at the beginning. She's important. And also Faye at the beginning to tank status stabs. And I'm going to turn off animations and speedrun this. I know how to do this now. And I'm also going to have Lance trade for the iron sword right away. And give Lilina an extra fire tome. I was hoping that Clarion just wouldn't get hit when I died there. Okay. Run animation's off, let's speedrun. Let's get back to where we were. Our strategy works. We know what to do now. We do need to make a risk on turn 1 because we have to dodge the Steel Axe. So we might have to restart again if we get hit on turn 1, because after taking out this guy, a Steel Axe will come and attack us at a 33% hit rate. Rescue Roy. Speed running. Going as fast as I can. Let's redo this bad boy. Watch this? Okay. That was a 32% hit rate on me. That's the main risk we have to take. Otherwise, we don't really have to take risks. Just play clean. And do this the same way we did it last time. So next thing we do is the green runs away. And then we tank with the iron sword while being out of range of the killing edge. And then we try and bait the silent staff to come and hit Faye. Oh, silent staff can't be baited on the Faye. Right, because she's not mage, there's nothing to silence. I was so caught up in the idea of using her res staff to tank it. And that he would of course go for her. Then I'll bait Lilina to get hit by it because Saul can just use the restore. It's okay. It's no issue. We'll have Saul use the restore. We're not worried. And if Saul gets hit by the silence and it's not Lilina, and we're still okay. We're still okay either way. There's no issue. Gonna be just fine. Get Lilina as close as we can, because she needs to be the one to fight. Elfin will need to maybe dance. This guy is coming at us. Once he's in range, Rucker will take care of it. Otherwise we run past him. Bring Roy to recruit Hugh. And we keep going. Speed run, speed run. Oh, he didn't use a silent staff. Fascinating. I wonder how his AI works. Because last time he spammed the silent staff instead of his weapon. But he didn't even attempt to silence Lilina. Do you think he doesn't want to silence Lilina because his accuracy sucks into her res? I guess, yeah. I guess he only wants to silence Saul then. Well, we learned something. We dodged, but it was like 38%. That was just lucky. That was just straight up lucky. Anyway, let's get Lance out of the way so Lilina can go on a huge murder spree. I don't have any of her supports in range, but we can try and get Roy close up this turn. Is there anyone that has high enough con to hold Roy? What's Roy's con? We can give Roy to a green and move him up pretty far, actually. And we can stand up. What's this hand axe guy's range? Would we be able to move forward a couple tiles? Could even take care of this guy at the same time? No, I can't attack over the wall. I was hoping. But I could attack from this tile and be safe. Have the ability to put Roy close by. I'll go one tile left, actually, because I can only, Elephant's in the way right now. I'm actually gonna go here, just stand here. And that'll save, yeah, that'll be close. This is the turn that Lina goes crazy. And we're gonna try and get Faye and Lilina in range to deal with this Purge guy as soon as possible. Let's fight Killer Axe guy this turn. Using my Wrecker support bonuses. That's all set. My very support, I'm one-shotting these guys with a Fire Tome. Okay, let's move aggressively. With a voice support, I can be within range of this Purge, even with Lilina, and it's okay. Let's just be wary of this guy attacking over the wall. He's not. 21 attack. So with Lilina's 19 res, we get 1 point of defense from being near Roy, another from the weapon triangle, and we can tank the Purge and take 0 damage, even on a hit. So let's get this Purge guy to start attacking us. And at his maximum range to keep him as far away as possible. Or come as close to us as possible on this tile, which makes him vulnerable to being killed. And we'll need to just hang out and wait for Hugh to show up. Because Hugh showing up means that we can recruit with Roy, and then we'll have clearance to go move up on the Purge, take him out. Everything is looking just peachy. Yep, that was 0 damage, 13 hit. Perfect. Where's Hugh? There's Hugh. Hugh's coming closer. We maintain current position. With Roy... Okay. So the side of Lilina is fine, this diagonal line. We're gonna need our Dancer, we're gonna need Roy. They're all safe. Okay, other important units. Lance and Alan are on Douglas distraction duty, so they're up front. Story has to open the door, he's up front. I guess I can stab this guy with the Durandal or whatever. Bonk. One shot. And Clarine will now carry Rucker to me. And we wait. Recruit Hugh. I can't skip through this. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. We've read this. We hit no. Oh my god, they talks for so long. We did this last time. No, not paying you. Not paying you. Okay. Member card get. Next thing we do, we move Lena up and we dance her and we go murder. Purge guy down. Good thing Douglas doesn't have a ranged weapon, or he'd attack Lena here. That'd be really awkward. Yeah, we can go a tile north of Elfin. That's a safe tile. I'm moving my thief as far north as I can get away with it, and then we'll be able to open that door. So next turn, I'll have Lena kill the stray mage, and she can go kill the Manakee as well after a dance. I want to consolidate my units a little bit. I'm going to keep units rescued to help me, like units I don't need. So I have less tiles to stand on, so I need to bunch up less to deal with that bolting. So let's consolidate. There we go. Be easier to deal with bolting. Okay, now that I have my plan, executing the plan is really fast and simple. If animation's off, we're getting really close to where we left off. Douglas is fast approaching. The series will be after this one. I have so many video ideas. Oh my god. Okay, I'll give you a few. So, right now I'm, of course, working on more Radiant Dawn. I have finished playing that, so I finished recording. I've been recording voiceover, and I'm preparing to do the edit. So I'm gonna do Radiant Dawn Part 2. That's the next video. So, we know what the next video is, but in terms of, like, further series? Oh man. I think that after that, while working, I'm gonna hopefully finish the gameplay of FE6 soon after, or around the same time as I release the Radiant Dawn video, so I can then work on editing this into a video, so like a big compilation FE6 no-hit video. That'll be nice. After that, there's a lot of things I can do. I want to make more video essay content, and I have a few things in mind for that. And I also want to do more Let's Play style content, like similar to the Radiant Dawn experience, but for other Fire Emblems or other things like that. So I have so many ideas. Like, I kind of never beat Thracia, for example. I've never played it, so it would be really cool to do a series on Thracia, like going through it semi-blind. I know a lot of the stuff in the game, but not all of it. That would be fun. I kind of want to do a like a video essay on the Binding Blade remake, because I think it's bad. I have a lot of opinions on the Binding Blade remake, because of the kind of like the plagiarism aspects and such that as a ROM hack offer give me a lot of opinions on it. Beyond just the subjective value of the guy being a bit of a wacko who put like 6 skills in every unit, there's a lot of like objective things that I think are wrong with that project, beyond the subjective game design decisions. So yeah, there's a lot of videos I want to make. I have more video ideas than I have time, because I produce videos very slowly. Yeah, FE6 and FE8, I have some. I take issue with that project in a few ways. If you don't know the history, when that thing launched, there was so much ripped from Project Ember, and it was uncredited. All of the Project Ember has a bunch of like extra playable characters, right? Like they threw in like an aged up version of FE7 Lowen. A random, like the random boss of Chapter 7 is recruitable for some reason, Tobias, a random armor knight. There's a few more, like a General Gale is one of them. I think there's like 5 or so Ember exclusives in total. And like, for example, all of those recruitables, their portraits, their dialogue, their supports and all that, were taken from Ember and put into the Binding Blade remake without credit. And the guy panicked and removed them all as soon as there was accusations of plagiarism. And all of those maps too, I think, were taken from Ember. I would want to do a like a full side-by-side comparison with the original version of the game and the current version of the game, because I want to see if all the maps are still Ember rips. I want to do a deep dive on FE6 Binding Blade remake. Yeah, I can actually open one of these boxes, because I have to run into that room anyway. I have to leave immediately, but we got one box. Yeah, so that might be my next video essay, because I feel like I'm on this FE6 kick, right? I feel like it would be topical to just cover that while I'm still like really fresh with vanilla FE6 in my mind. Same Lizard. No, okay, so I was talking to my buddy Zill, who is not an FEU forum mod, but an FEU Discord mod. And she was talking to me about how she wanted that project to be taken down, but the forum moderators had a private discussion with him, and the guy just removed his Project Ember elements. Some of them. Here's the thing, I really want to document everything that's still from Project Ember in there. I'll allow the use of the script. FE6 has 0 official English script, so I think it's actually expected that projects would share the same English script. That's fine. 0 issue with that. It's just that the fact that all of the original characters, their supports, their dialogue, recruitment, their events were lifted without credit, and also the map design. I know at least some of the maps were the same. And I would want to definitely document what was the same in the original release. I have version 1.0 on my computer, so I can actually prove everything it is that I've said. Because I downloaded that game on day 1. And then I can download the most recent version, and I can do a completely fair one-by-one comparison. My goal would be to be completely fair, mind you. If, like, everything I've complained about is removed, I would want to be honest about that and praise it for being fixed. I don't want to approach something with the concept of, like, I want to be negative about it going in, but I want to... If I'm negative about it, I want it to be justified, and I want to prove why the negativity is justified, because I don't want to be like someone making like drama YouTube videos or hate YouTube videos on things, but if something I think is truly damaging, like the ROM hack community plagiarizing each other without credit, then that's something that I would want to be involved in, because I am part of the ROM hacking community. I think Ember was added into the credit list later, but at the time someone said, hey, this is similar to Ember, and the guy said, yeah, it's an inspiration, and didn't put it on the list. That's another thing I would do if I did a video essay on this. I would use Fire Emblem Universe. The forum topic has dated post-edit history. This guy's edited his post literally around 100 times, I think, but you can go through the edit history and see how his posts existed within different snapshots of time, and reconstruct a timeline out of that. If you go back to the very first edit, it's hilarious, because to even get to the download link for his project, you You had to scroll past like 5 screenshots of his Faye account, including like a Skyzar rant about how the guy did and I quote, a Thanos on Nintendo, complete with a gif of like the Thanos snap, about how he remade FE6 for them because he's the ultimate FE6 fan. Look at my Faye account. Here's 5 screenshots of my Faye account. Dude, it's crazy. It's some whack job shit. I've gone on a tangent. By the way, Lizard, I love your username so much. Maybe you're expecting like I love your content. So I'm sorry, your username speaks to me. There's just something about it. You are just an actual lizard. Sometimes my brother uses lizard as like character names, or like when you have to like make an avatar in a video game or something, he'll just be like, fuck it, I'm putting in lizard, right? So I feel like there's this connection. I feel like an actual lizard is at home here. I would give you a terrarium and a heat lamp, is what I'm saying. That's all. I got distracted again. What the hell am I up to? Lance needs to go into the treasure room, so he needs to drop a story this turn. I think that I can't do any rescue drops. I think a story weighs too much, so let's dance him, get him towards the treasure room, and drop a story. A Fire Emblem Furry congregation. Yeah, I don't really, I don't consider myself to be a furry in any capacity. I do the, avatar of the funny IKEA plush as mostly just a bit. But I also don't take any issue with furries or anything. I think they make good pictures and art that I will not elaborate further. That's the kind of thing I'll look at in a blue moon. Okay, this turn, let's bait Douglas into the treasure room. So, this pillar is not solid, so he can go up as far as here. So, into the room, into the room. Back out. Out of the way. Now, let's count bolting tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hit. This is bad. This gets hit. Let's count again to be really sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hit. This is it. This is the deadly tile. Let's be away from this thing. That thing's bad. That is bad news. I hate you. I need to run away from Douglas, but I want to be also as far away from bolting as I can be, because bolting scares me. Bolting should scare you. Bolting's scary. Alright, and now at this point we just hope that... Can we stand out of range just in... Because I don't know if Douglas attacks Elfin before their talk conversation. I'm like 90% sure he doesn't. But out of like this true unproven paranoia, I'm going to position my units like this anyway. And now we just need to... Scary. Okay, that was fine, just a javelin. Let's turn animations back on, stuff is happening. Okay. We're gonna draw Douglas 2 more tiles into the room. And in doing so, we're gonna create the situation where we can run past him and get him door stuck. So unless we double crit him, he has... Yeah, 2 crits would kill him, but otherwise he's gonna be fine. It's really unlikely we crit him twice. We're set. We're gaming. Everything is looking perfect. Okay, end turn. I'm nervous, but end turn. Don't double crit him. We're fine. We're fine. And we even get level up. Get strength. I'll take that. Thank you, Juniper. Thank you for chatting. I had a lot of fun. Alright, Douglas has been caged. Get out of range of this mage. Now just blow him up. Other characters. Next turn. Bolting spawned not this turn, but the next turn. So let's kill this mage and pull people back, so we don't get boltinged. Okay. Last turn. We've caught up. This is where I was when I got hit. My first attempt. On the next turn, Clarion got hit by bolting. She was on the last tile. As long as we're out of range, because if bolting goes 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, hit, yeah. So. Let's stay out of range. I want to turn animations on for you guys. Now let's stay out of range of the steel sword because he is high accuracy. He's pretty dangerous. But otherwise, we've done it. We have trapped Douglas, and we're not going to get hit by bolting this time, so we can just hang out here until around turn 15 or so, when the reinforcements have stopped spawning. I'm also out of range of bolting. 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, 1. Yep, we're out of range of bolting. We're very out of range of bolting. I'm just being really paranoid because we got hit by it last time. There he is. Alright, now we just hang out. Reinforcements are coming from turns 11 to 15. We're camping here and just getting rid of them, and then we're going to advance forward after that. There's no thieves because we killed Kath in chapter 6. Thieves never spawned. We have infinite time to do the remainder of this chapter. There's no more timed objectives. The only tricky thing would be getting the treasure that's behind Douglas. The only way to do that would be to let the dog out of the cage at some point and have him chase me in circles, and then do some sort of way to sneak a thief past him and get the treasure. But that would be the literal last thing we do in the chapter, so, you know, and until then, let's just focus entirely on clearing the map. We're going to clear every enemy out of this map. There's no reason outside of pure novelty. I can have a green just shoot for some reason. What if there's an actual justification? What if, like, a green getting a bow rank helps me use the silver bow to one-shot a wyvern lord later? Like, what if that's meaningful? That makes a difference. Can I move forward and dance here? Douglas won't get loose, right? These are solid walls. He'll be on the staircase, but he'll be fine. He won't get anywhere. He doesn't have a ranged weapon. Just because my other units don't have any meaningful training to get at this point, they're like extremely high level, don't really get EXP anymore. I could just do this for fun. It might not even be useful, but oh wait, I can't do that, because now that makes it so that you get shot. Then I can do this, and I can do a rescue drop. Yeah, I can't afford to get hit by that steel sword. I knew there was a mistake to doing that. Grab you back. Safe. and Douglas is not getting anywhere. Safe. Turn 14. Are reinforcements done spawning? They are not. There's gonna be another one on turn 15. Let's wait for the last one to spawn. I don't want to, yeah. I don't want any jump scare reinforcements. I will not move until after turn 15. Just gonna... These enemies are super weak and can probably fight them without risk. So, animations will be back off until I actually have to do something interesting. That's the last wave of reinforcements. Are we done? If this was turn 15, that's the end. Yep. Done with reinforcements. It's finally over. And now we just need to kill stuff that runs at us. We can probably kill a lot of it over the wall. Any of these hand axes and mages can be easily dealt with Alina, no issue. A lot of enemies, but they're all super weak. They're not going to be worth much EXP. They're just like annoying in quantity. How much dodge does Alina have right now? 63. What do you have? 63. She can't get hit. Just for security's sake, in case any of those guys have more hit, we'll have Roy nearby. Dodge is now 70. And I think I'm just camping in boring fashion, waiting for something more threatening to happen to me. Because I can't have other units besides Alina safely take care of this squadron. The fact that they mix mages into the mix means it's unsafe to use anyone else. Mages are too accurate and damaging. Only Alina can deal with them safely, due to her high res. They hit like 17s with like pretty high accuracy, but Alina has 19 res, so it's just safe. It's no issue. You can fight them all. Get my other fire tome ready. Fight them all up here. While just watching the range of these mercenaries and player phasing them. While we enemy phase out the other stuff. Might have to pull her back at some point, but otherwise it's not a big issue. Oh, the mercenary moved first and blocked okay, the mage still mixed in. I'm good to just keep standing exactly here. This person can't even get to Roy. My current position is still stable. Remarkable. I need like 4 EXP per kill. If nothing else, they're adding up in sheer quantity. This is a long chapter. I really don't want to mess up and get hit after this. Alright, that is all of the aggressive enemy reinforcements taken care of, and a level up for Lilina coming up. Speed! Res! Everything! Luck! Wow! Oh, we're not allowed to get hit now. She's busted! We can't get hit, we got speed. That speed and luck, we got 3% more avoid that level up, that was crazy. That was really good. Oh, alright. What's remaining on the chapter? What could possibly damage us? What could threaten us? What could hit us? This guy is stationary, we ignore him. Narshan has a rune sword. Is this gonna be flat 10 damage at range, similar to the light brand? Is the rune sword going to be a problem? It also might be dark magic. If it's dark magic, like it is in FE8, it would have weapon triangle advantage. There's no terrain that I can fight him from. If I could steal the Delphi shield, I could use Air Caliber. I should have brought the Speedwing. If I brought the Speedwing, I could have had Astora use it, get a speed level up, steal the Delphi shield, and one-shot him with Air Caliber. Do I have a safe way to fight him? If this counts as dark magic, and does a flat 10 damage at range? We'll have to find out. If there's no safe way to fight Narshan without stealing the Delphi shield, I've made a grave error. He doesn't have that much avoid because he can't make use of the throne. It's possible we could chip him down a bit with the longbow. We have 14 shots in the longbow and we could dance every turn. What's his defense? Can the longbow do any damage? Oh, he has 20 defense. That won't help. Oh, I really hope this doesn't count as dark magic. If it's dark magic, I'm cooked. What about a Rutger crit? How much damage can we do with a Rutger crit? I think you need speed to steal, yeah. So, a Rutger woed out crit is not going to put him down. He has too much defense. And if we use the Durandal, it's going to lower our own speed, so we'll have less avoid. If I have both my supports, I only have 72 avoid with the Durandal because I'm getting weighed down by losing 8 avoid. He only has a 12% chance to hit me if I use Rutger with the woed out. That's pretty good. Or like a Killing Edge. So that's probably my best way to do it. Rutger, Killing Edge then, right? What about Lance? How much avoid can Lance get? What's Lance's cap on avoid? Ooh, 84 is really good. 84 is really good. Maybe Lance with a killer weapon. I could even have Lance use the Durandal if I wanted to take him out over 2 rounds to minimize the amount of times I have to dodge the rune sword. Or alternatively, I think I just let him enemy phase me first, and then I retaliate twice, so that I can get 3 strikes on him before he attacks me. But yeah, Lance has enough avoid that this is probably pretty safe. Speaking of, before I forget, I want Elfin to use these boots. Doesn't need them right now, but they help. What else is dangerous in this chapter? This person, we just run up and we blast them. You're not dangerous. What about these snipers? They're pretty accurate and they're pretty strong. But we can just open the door and kill them at 1 range, so I think they're not dangerous. What about the Paladin? High range, we can bait him to use the Javelin, and then we can defense tank it with a Lance. So let's say that he's not dangerous. I think we're out of threats. I think we're not threatened by anything anymore. I think we have safe ways to kill everything, and Narshan is extremely unlikely to kill me if I do Silver Lance. Not Silver Lance, Killer Lance. His name being Lance is really doing a tongue twister on me. Now I need to get Merida over to recruit Zeiss. I need that for Chapter 21X, so we can't forget to get Zeiss. That's required. What are you even holding at this point? I forgot. Oh yeah. Consolidate my units a little bit. So I have less moves to take every turn. Definitely want to get my thief over to the left treasure room. We do want loot. Stand outside of this is a horse slayer. I was thinking I could do some axe training for Lance to get his axe rank up to S, but this horse slayer is too accurate to guarantee it, right? Actually, if I have both supports and an axe, I think I have 94 avoid, don't I? Ooh, yeah. We can get axe training in on this guy. Let's work on axe rank. We don't get much EXP at this point, but we can still get weapon rank. Armads gives +5 defense, so it's a really nice item to have in this run. We'll see if that armor knight even moves. Sometimes they don't. He does move. Get a 0% hit rate. That's 3 more weapon EXP for my axe. Let's go repeat on the next guy. Let's draw him. Draw him out, and then we'll hit him with the axe. Get my supports to guarantee my evasion. I don't need to move every character, I mostly just need like Lena and Lance for the rest of the chapter. And I need Miradu to recruit Zeiss, and Roy to go to the throne in the story to get the treasure. I guess I do need my units. And it wouldn't hurt to have Rucker help me one round the snipers in the treasure room. 0% hit rate. This is just the long slog of slow, careful cleanup for the rest of the chapter. Unfortunately he crit, that was less weapon rank, I didn't want that crit. I can steal that red gem if I'm slick with it, but then there's a mage behind him. Can we fight the mage from inside here and get him out of the way first? Which helps us steal from the mana key. I can also fight Narshan when I'm here. There's no reason to do it at the end. Like, if let's check my dodge rate. Because if I'm gonna get super unlucky and get hit, I'd rather get hit now than later. Let's see what my dodge rate is. The rune sword counts as a sword! It's not counting as, dark magic. Does it count as a sword close up and magic at range? Wait, it's not dark magic? I guess that's an addition of FE8. I thought it was dark magic. I had good reason for thinking that. Because the light brand in this game is light magic. Which means they changed the rune sword later so that it would be light brand, light magic, wind sword, anima, and rune sword, dark magic in FE8. Unless I made that up. It sounds plausible. I'm pretty sure that exists. We know the light brand in this game is light magic. This is really good. The rune sword being a sword is really good. Because that means we can get guaranteed chance to dodge. He can't hit me. That's really good. We need to be careful. Oh, he doesn't even have another weapon. That's so good. We can't steal from him, right? Wait, we can? Zelda 1 was correct! I was so convinced you needed speed to steal. Wow. I was convinced. I was so sure. I was so convinced you needed speed. Well, you learn something new every day. I love to be proven wrong about something that benefits me. Let me tell you. That is, I'm a-okay with that. Because now we can just, even blow him up with the, air caliber, right? We don't one-shot, so let's not do it. Even before we would not one-shot. The stealing, that doesn't help us that much. But we can sell it. It's money. We'll sell it for money. Heal. Okay, so we stole 10k off of the boss. Now he just has his rune sword, and we can kill him with the killer lance. Alright, my animation's on? Let's do it. Boink. Another one. Oh, double crit. Now that's showing off. I like the boss music here. Okay. Well, boss is down. That's one more objective. It's for this guy. That's one more thing to do. I should turn animations back off. Nothing else exciting should happen if I don't make a mistake. Okay, now we want to steal the red gem off of this guy. Do I have inventory space? I do. I can steal. I just need to get the Lena close enough to run in and get the kill after we steal. Should... Ooh. That's dangerous. Let's take care of that guy first. This guy, covers my range. Well, if we have Lance use the hand axe, then we should get that guy down to... Ooh, did I use up all my hand axes? Regardless, if we hold the iron axe, his hit rate's gonna go down to 75 and he'll miss. Then I can just step forward and kill him with anyone. Oh god. Okay, it's fine. I forgot that guy moved and had a javelin. That was horrifying, actually. That could have gone a lot worse than it did. It was safe because Marcus, with supports, has enough defense if they are mad to take 0 damage. He has 20 defense right now. But like, oh my god, complacency gets you. It's wild the ways that you can just get complacent and get bored and get got by random stuff like that. Thankfully, the people I put that guy next to was harmless. That could have been an issue. And we're not in range of the Manakete, but we are in range of the Javelin. Which is perfect. Get all my units close to be able to wreck their day. Not gonna need these two people, but makes me feel secure for some reason. %, right? Nothing else moved? Cool, that's really convenient. And we won around him. We're in range of the Manakete now, I have to pull back Lance. Or I kill the Manakete this turn, if nothing else is in range. That's also fine. If I can both steal and kill this turn. I'm not sure where Lilina is, honestly. She's too far away. Let's just pull back Lance, it's simpler. Okay. Next turn we take care of the Manakete. Not much left to do. We have a few trash enemies down here that we need to bait out, we need to kill. Alina can take care of both mages, that's very simple. This guy can be taken care of by Lance. We just have to equip an actual Lance and have both my supports and be defensive enough to take care of him. Bring these animations back off because nothing is really happening. Next is Lena takes care of mages for me. She is excellent at this. You can send Merity to the top left. We need to go get Zeiss. What's this wall of 100 HP? Why do walls in this game so bulky? Is that necessary? Not required by anyone. I even have to be careful when breaking the wall because Zeiss will attack me from behind it. I'll have Lena go hit the wall from range, I guess. Okay, this is going to be the adventure to go get Zeiss. We don't need to go to the secret shop this chapter. They only sell promotional items and angelic robes, both of which are useless for us. Everything is fine. Just in case I make a mistake when grabbing treasure, I'm gonna, and like a misclick and leave a unit in danger, I'm gonna have Roy be near the front so I could always end the chapter prematurely if I make a mistake. Fall down. Go talk to your brother. Groot. Okay, now we can access 21X. Hey, what enemies are left on the chapter? These snipers. They have very low speed. We'll have Rucker, Lance, Alina, etc. come down. They can fight them once we open the door. Marcus is on duty to just grab Alina for me. Get out of the range, I don't know if they do not have long bows. No issue then. No longbows. Bill Squad is approaching the door. Open up this bad boy. And go wipe him out. Close one, please. Not the far one. Now, Rucker and Lance can easily kill individually, but because Lance is at, like, 99 EXP, I'm gonna have him purposefully do a non-lethal chip for EXP. I want this level up. Oh, he killed! 5% crit. Oh, I was gonna give that to Rucker. Useless level up, too. Oh, it was nothing. How disappointing. Now we open these 5 boxes. My lockpick's still holding up. Berserk Staff. Night Crest, that's a sell. crest, that's a sell. Silver bow can theoretically be used by a green if we get her enough bow rank somehow, I don't know. Rescue. Great staff. We could use this for something. There remain 5 treasure chests we have not opened, including a Brave Lance and a Bolting. There's some good items in there. That Bolting in particular, we could use on the Lena to kill long-range threats, like ballistas in Ilia, and save us a lot of headache. So I want to go get that Bolting, which means we need to find a way to get into that treasure room. And I think what it involves is some like run around whoopsie daisy moment where we're going to have Lance or Marcus carry our thief and run circles around Douglas so we can go drop our thief in the treasure room. Let's give it a shot. If we make a mistake in doing it, we can just have Roy seize the throne. The first thing we're doing is we're sending Lance close, we're putting Roy in the throne room, and we're moving everyone else as far away as possible. I want loot. Okay, and now we free Douglas. This is the scary part. We need to bait him out, and then we need to run past him. So let's get some headway here. Let's get some clearance. We don't want to bait him so far that he keeps going and runs to the left. We want him to turn around and chase me as I get the loot in the treasure room. We don't want him to go so far that he like attacks Roy in the throne room, for example. That would be really bad. We can't have him go for Roy. Does he just target nearby units? Is that his goal? Let's go one further. We'll go right here, and we're gonna try and run past him. Can I do that if he's here? Can I even get past him? Can't get enough tiles, can I? I can't give him the loop. Maybe if Elfin body blocks him, I can give him the loop. Or maybe I just need a wider hallway. As is, I can't get past. I need to get past you. Can I control his movement? I want it to be in the middle of the hallway, so that it's easy for Lance to go past him, like below and through. Would that work? If he's here, does that even work? No, he still threatens too many tiles. Is it even possible to sneak past him? Can I body block him? Maybe I can just body block him with Elfin, and then I can get past. I think I have to do that. I think I have to do a body block strat. He won't attack Elfin. Oh, perfect. He went up top, so now I can easily give him the loop. Because I can easily body block by going, like, over here. And then let's be really close to try and encourage him to chase me and not to go for Roy. We want him to still go for Lance. We need him to turn around here. If he turns around, then we're golden. If he keeps going, then we have to end the chapter. We have to go seize. So Douglas, please turn around. He turned around. Okay, okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can go get treasure. Keep chasing me. Please keep chasing me. I'm begging you to keep chasing me. Dude, don't turn around again, or I have to turn around. He's chasing. Okay, 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 okay. Now I can drop my thief. And then I can turn around and be bait. I have to be careful because I can't be too close, and I can't get too close to the bolting either. I need to be really careful. I can't make a mistake this late. Let's force him to take the long way slightly. We have to go up and around. Let's slow him down. Bait him into the treasure room. Follow me, follow me, follow me. There's bolting. Does the enemy bolting hit the bottom of the treasure room? One tile off. Yeah. That was close. That was almost an FE6 moment right there. Although when I get that last treasure, I'm ending the chapter either way. Might be deadless. So, I'm so gettable. Come on. Chase, chase, chase. Good item. Making him take a U-turn here. Perfect. And then wall him off. He has no ranged weapon. Loot get. Alright. That is we got free stealables, 10 treasure chests, and a full clear map, and Zeiss, and the members card. Full clear. We did it! Ah! That's 16x! What a pain in the ass. I've been doing chapter 16 for 2 hours because of my initial mistake. Now this chapter is a nightmare. There are some serious concerns with this chapter. So first I'll illustrate why this chapter is so bad. So you might think that we could use a flyer to bypass some of these like one-tile chokes, right? These are walls. These can't be flied over. They're solid walls. Stuff you can fly over is a fence tile, I believe, right? So we can't fly over these. Unless we can. I'll test. Let's save, let's deploy, let's test. I'm pretty sure those are solid walls, and you can't fly through them. Yeah, so these are solid walls. Those walls being solid are really bad, because this chapter has a gimmick where some of these tiles get attacked by arrows of light. So the places that get attacked are semi-random. There is a series of lanes in this chapter, like bowling alley lanes, that can get struck in. I'm gonna post the map in the chat so other people can see what I'm talking about. I'm referencing FE WAD. The black lines in this map here represent which are unsafe columns. I cannot end my turn in any of those columns. Those are bad. If you have opened that and looked, you may have noticed that these staircases are unsafe, which makes going up and down these staircases really annoying. Also, hey look! A bolting tome! Oh, that's crazy. A berserk staff. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, a purge! What's over here? Another purge! Yeah, this chapter is hell. There is one saving grace, and that's warp. Saul can warp 10 tiles. So we need to find a way to get Roy and a boss killer within 10 tiles. Like here. We need to get them at least here. So what's 10 tiles from here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Perfect. If we can get Roy on this tile and a boss killer on this tile and put Saul in between, we can warp, dance, and warp. And move them both up here, where we can end the chapter early and not have to deal with this. Who's our boss killer? 96 accuracy with a magic. We have to avoid. We can't get supports in. He has 69 avoid, so he's physically frail, but he's evasive. He has too much damage. This doesn't look like, Lilina is okay here because she has weapon triangle advantage. and his res is really low despite being a bishop. And also, Lilina has a support of Roy if we need to find a way to make that work for the boss kill. Because we could warp Roy to this tile and be within support range, warp Lilina to the side, and then Lilina could have, I believe, how much, she has 78 avoid, but if you remove Astoria from the equation, it goes down slightly. It goes down to 73. 73 avoid is pretty good. With weapon triangle advantage, we have 80 free avoid. So I think Lilina is a good boss killer here. So the question is, how do we get Lilina and Roy up here alive? I think the first thing we do... we can't even bait out this bolting. This is rough. I would love to be able to deal with this bolting first by baiting it onto Faye to remove its uses. Because Faye has 26 res right now, but with her support for green, she can actually take 0. Otherwise, Lilina with a barrier can deal with this. But it's very difficult to move up these lanes. The only way I think it's safe that we can move up these lanes is that we're going to move Lilina onto the staircase, barriered, dance her, have her run past these steel swords and kill one and stand on the side, out of range of steel swords, where she can handle this mage and this inaccurate steel lance, and then she could take bolting. Then once the enemies are cleared, we'll be able to... There's a silence. Can the silence hit Lilina? Oh, it's so long range. I'm hoping that it misses, because these are based off of... Magic accuracy is based off of your magic versus their res. A barrier Lilina should have good res. Maybe she can dodge a silent staff. Let's check. Let's check how staff accuracy works in this game. There's a calculations page on Serene's Forest. Let's see if they have staff accuracy. The base staff accuracy is 30. And then it's boosted. For each point of magic above their resistance, it's like a 6. But his magic will be below my resistance. If you can have 5 more resistance than their magic, they're almost certainly going to always miss. So I think that silence can't hit me. I think we're fine. Okay, then let's reposition. Let's do this chapter for real. I think I have a strategy. I think I know how to do this chapter. Oh, hi Dooming. I was so focused on like looking up my strategy for how I'm gonna do this chapter, I didn't notice you entering. We beat 16. We're warp skipping 16x, and we're determining how to do our warp skip right now. And who we bring for that. Mostly, I think it's Lilina MVP. Again, utterly shocking, completely unsurprising that we're doing this. We don't even need Rutger Squadron. In fact, I'm even going to bring... I'm gonna work on phase support. And maybe look for an opportunity to maybe get her an initial level. We're just gonna try and do this whole thing with Lilina and warping. That's my goal. I don't think I need anyone else particularly. While I'm here, let's before I forget, this member card has to go into Convoy. We don't really use Hellfire. It's too heavy, or it's too inaccurate. Lilina kills without it. Let's sell it. Your stuff can go away as well. And your stuff can be sold. Lots of money. We have a lot of crap items, but not so many. We'll have to clear out this some more items before we go into Chapter 17, because we're going to buy like 10 hand axes among other stuff. We can sell these promotional items that we're not going to use. We're not going to use any of these. Oh yeah, we have this talisman that we got. The talisman would be best on Faye or Lilina, a unit that you want to be able to tank a hit without taking any damage. Faye has an incredible res growth, so if we get her any level ups, that'll be fine. We're definitely going to give this talisman to Lilina. Still haven't determined who the body ring is best on. Anyway, let's clear out some convoy space by selling these promotional items that we don't need. My money is ridiculous. It's too much money. Just to clean, I'm gonna get rid of that. Is there a world where I'm gonna body ring Luna to give her better dodge while using 4-blaze? It would be one more point of dodge. If there's ever a chapter where I need to use Luna as the primary dodge tank, that would actually be pretty good. If she can use 4-blaze without being slowed down, the incredible combination of speed and luck would allow her to deal with literally anything. 4-blaze is also something I could use to help her dodge like ballistas or something. So do I want to body ring her? I'm thinking about it. Either way, she's really close to the speed cap. And she's probably going to cap it naturally, so I'm going to finally remember to give Rucker the speed wing, because Lance is speed capped. She'll use the talisman. Yeah, and then let's use those stat boosters this chapter, because you can't use them in base camp in this game. Then we'll rearrange. Turn 1, we barrier Lilina. Want to dance her close. We'll move her onto the stairs, we'll dance her, then we'll rescue them back, so we need rescue droppers. These are my rescue droppers. Okay, let's save and let's do this chapter. I think my plan will work. Happy I saved uses a barrier. Okay, they're warning me about the mechanic where they shoot light arrows. And on my other monitor, I'm gonna have up the map that shows me all of the unsaved columns. I cannot end my turn in any of those columns. Center column is safe, so I can use that. So Lilina always will go forward. I think I need to start her even closer. I need to be able to rescue drop her or have her be even closer, because she needs to clear this column entirely. I think she has to get to this tile for this to work. What's the closest she can start? She could start where Saul starts. She could go 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, be danced, 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free. That would work. As long as she starts where Saul starts, that would be fine. We just need to change our positions, and then she can we can do this with one dance. So let's put her here, and then it's easy to have Saul or Elfin dance because he has so much movement. He has the boots, after all. We'll catch up to Luna. Then let's have a rescue dropper for Elfin be as close up as possible. Okay, take 2. Take 2, take 2, take 2. Okay. Now let's use the barrier from this column. This is a safe column. Get hit by the arrows of light. I have 1 warp user. It's only Saul. I had to. It was really hard to get a warp user staff trained because I can't use heal staffs very often. So I don't have a second warp user until Nime. We have just the 1 warp. But I will double warp for dance. Yes. I just need to make some headway into the chapter because the tiles I'm warping from are I'll show you in a second. Saul can only warp me 10 tiles, so I'm standing on these free, and I'm warping from here to get me to here. I need to warp in both Lilina and Roy. And then I can have Lina kill the boss, and Roy sees. So Roy's getting warped to... This won't work. This guy's in the way. Roy can't move forward. The throne is difficult terrain. We can't move Roy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because he doesn't have enough movement. Oh dear. How many tiles can warp him again? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stop. Shit! This guy's a problem. Do you think this guy moves? If this guy moves, it fixes it. I'm gonna look up if this guy moves. I'm gonna bring up Builder. Because if the silence, this guy gets out of the way, then my strategy will work. If he's not in the way, we're gonna need to do a longer strategy. Where we just warp in Lilina, and then she waits a turn up there, kills everything, and then we do Roy. That would work too, I guess. It's slower, but I think it's safe. Let's let me look up this chapter real quick. And we'll see if the silence guy moves. I've opened this up in Builder, let me just check the unit placer. Silent Sage. Silent Sage does move. Silent Sage does move. He'll move out of the way when he tries to silence the Lina and fails. So my warp strategy is going to work as originally intended. That's perfect. Okay. So go up here, out of range of the other steel sword, and we one-shot this steel sword. We'll dodge the steel lance, and we'll res tank the mages. That's a problem. Get Elfin onto a safe column where the arrows do not strike. Center column is also safe, but how far does the bolting strike? Stops there. Okay, anywhere in the center column at spawn is safe. So I can put most of my units in the center. Although if the bolting guy moves, I don't know if he'll attack Lina, but I can attempt to have him attack Faye. Faye with his support. No, we can't bait it. Unfortunate. I was saying, can you have Faye with support would take 0 damage, I could try to move him to the side, but as is, I need a longbow in order to, strike him. Okay, well then, let's see what kind of headway Lina makes. I don't have any, strength stat boosters, unfortunately, for Soul's Magic. I use them to give Rucker and Light Strength. Bolting guy stationary. We might have to wear out that bolting guy's, various some shots. Let's check out the remaining, This bolting now has enough damage to hurt me. My barrier is wearing off. I forgot to use the talisman. Let's walk left and use the talisman. Or... is it this turn? I can always get barriered again. Always refresh the barrier. Let's stand where I am and use the talisman. I-20, so I can tank this guy for 2 more turns. Let's get close, so if I need to barrier again, I can. Trying to wear out this guy's bolting. Thankfully this chapter moves pretty slowly, so I can actually take my time before setting up my warp skip. Now I want my barrier to get refreshed, I think. I could use a pair of rescue droppers to accomplish that. Get people out of the way. Good, let's get rescue droppers close. Tank the bolting for 1 more turn, while I still have enough res. And we'll go get barrier refreshed. I messed up. That's in range of the steel sword. Well, I just have to dodge it now. The strategy is going to work, though. Like, I know the strategy is going to be fine. But yeah, now I have to dodge that steel sword. Yeah, I don't have enough res for the bolting anymore. Steel sword doesn't move? Really? Okay. Let's get my barrier redone. Get magic and make this easier. Okay, never mind. I was hoping. Moving Lina out of the staircase so that she doesn't get shot by one of those arrows. And we can keep tanking bolting. Our overwhelmingly high res. And officially make progress in the chapter. 1 more bolting and that guy's out. Let's clear out the left side. Make it safe to start moving people up north as soon as that bolting's out of the way. Now, Silence guy has not tried the silence, even though he's supposedly could. I guess he's not trying because his accuracy is 0. So we'll have to warp Lena up there and kill him. And then have her, yeah. We'll just have Lena go up there and kill everything. She'll probably have to player phase, but the Horse Slayers are dangerous. I think then she'll have to just stay out of range of this armor and dodge tank the other armor, or she can just go behind the mage. She can go behind the sage and kill him. That'll be my plan. See, who do we need up close? We need Roy. Be close. We need to move him with a horse and a dance to get him up safe. Can we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 unsafe still? I do need my dancer to make any movements, it looks like. Let's get Roy close. Because Roy and Saul have to go up top next. Dodge this. Get a 4% hit rate. Good. Bolting's done. Okay, no more bolting. Alright. Now let's get Roy and Saul up there. So we'll have Marcus carry Saul, and Lance can carry Roy. I need to rescue dropper for Elfin, though. So can you take Saul temporarily? Thank you, Douglas. That's the only thing you're gonna do for me in the entire game, is what you just did right there. That was it. That was your contribution. He's never getting deployed again. Douglas also deployed here. Okay, your bolting is done, so you have no weapon. Good. Okay. Here's Roy. This is the safe column. Oh, that's funny. I left Elena in an unsafe column. I left her on the staircase by accident. That was unsafe. She could have gotten hit. That's hilarious. Oh, huh. Yeah, I have to warp people over 2 turns anyway, because I have to warp from these 3 tiles, I think, and 2 of those tiles are unsafe. Only the center column's safe. Let's get back into a safe column. That is longer range than I thought it was. Oh, so that's a reset. Unless I can dance the restore staff. No, I'm holding my dancer. And Saul. Okay. Good to know. This berserk staff has 15 tiles of range, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to exhaust the berserk staff uses then. I have to bring Faye up there and exhaust those staff uses. Or the Lena. Have Saul. Yeah, that's the only way this is gonna be safe. We have to redo this. We have to both exhaust the bolting, and we also have to exhaust the berserk before we can do anything. Because we can't bother this. We can't risk standing on unsafe columns. This is a huge pain. Oh, what a hassle. What a gigantic hassle. I forgot to do the barrier staff before I moved Lilina, so we have to restart this one as well. I rushed that. I was too excited to retry my strategy. Well, we're on take 3. But I think this is doable. It's not fast, but it's doable. I could Juggernaut for most of this map, but there's a bunch of, these Silverlands guys would be risks, right? The only way I could take these guys out safely, without taking a risk, would be to bait them out with Lance. I could full clear this chapter, actually. Since I have to do it so slowly anyway, I actually could full clear this. The main danger, of course, is these purges kinda get in the way. But I think the reinforcement bishops only have silences? Yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, I can just use the hammer staff to repair the warp, right? So I can always get more warps for late game. I forgot to move her again. I just need to hope that she doesn't get hit by the, arrow. Okay, no arrow. Yeah, I might do... I guess the downside of the Juggernaut in this map with Lina is that, like, I don't have that much EXP to gain, it's a huge hassle. We'll see. Gonna tank this bolting for... Oh, he has less magic this time, I can tank him for longer. I like seeing those like go right next to my units. 26 res. Take this bolting one more time. It's crazy how critical Lilina was to True End. The fact that she's both like high damage and high res was really important. Her res has been so good, honestly. Kind of staff grind? Hell no. There's... you have to get 50 weapon EXP for each weapon rank. And at E rank staves, you can only use the heal staff. So you can't use any utility staves. The only way I can heal someone is if they gain HP by leveling up or promoting. And I'll have to do that 50 times to hit D staff. You know what you can't do at D staff? You can't use barrier. You can't restore either. You can grind infinite staff rank and no damage taken with restore stabs. No, you can't even do that. You can't get hit inflicted by statuses enough. I was just thinking about how restore stabs are purchasable. You could theoretically grind, but there's only so many times you could do it, and those are also C rank. There's no good way to staff grind Lilina. I can't think of a way where it's possible to make any meaningful staff grinding progress. That guy's bolting is out of shots. Move to a safe tile. I got the steel sword, and now we're safe to get some other people north. But let's be very careful about how we get them north. I don't want to get hit by the Berserk right now. The Berserk hits this triangle of tiles, so let's be aware of that as we move up. Once Saul is north, we can start baiting out Berserk uses, because we'll have access to restore. That would be funny. Also, like, her just like getting warped but carrying rescue and then using the rescue would be extremely funny. This column is a safe column. It's always north now. We can start baiting out Berserk. We still have some res. See if the boss is willing to use Berserk on me. My magic is so high. Silence guy is now moving. He wouldn't attack Lilina because he wouldn't hit. It looks like they don't use status stabs if they don't have a 100% accuracy on them. Or any, like, if they have 0% accuracy, they're not using status stabs because, this guy Berserk plants but wouldn't even try on Lilina. And now Soul is silenced from this guy that previously wouldn't move. Interesting. This is potentially good for us. We need the silence to wear off. But we can just hang out outside Berserk range and just wait and use up this guy's silence over time. In the meantime, we can move units some more. I could always get Elfin north by moving him up the staircase and grabbing Marcus. Having Marcus get him. So we can keep making incremental progress. We just need to be patient. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need Roy too. Get Roy up there the same way. Get as close as he can. Not this turn, but next turn. Silence wears off kind of soon. We can burn for that guy's silence staff a lot faster if he's actually misses next time. Alright, please miss your silence use here. Nice. One more of those, please. Unfortunately, he hit, but the silence staff is done with. Now we just need to wait out a few more turns to get that out of the way, and then we can warp Lilina up there to clean out those mages. Then we can, we'll have to barrier her before the warp to make sure she won't get berserked while she's up there. But otherwise, things are looking completely okay. Go this way so I can barrier her before the warp. Then we wait 4 turns for the silence to wear off. This is an exceedingly silly chapter, but this method is going to work. Slowly, but it's working. Because I can't seem to get that guy to use his Berserk up because he won't attack. I could theoretically try to get him to use up Berserk, but I think it's just easier to just end the chapter very soon, rather than try and use up every single bit of like long-range staff and status staff in this chapter. I'd rather just get through it, and we can get through it by warping Lilina next turn, and then we're on the turn after. I'm gonna move Lilina in range to the tile she's gonna be warped from, and then I will dance her so she can move post-warp. Oh, I guess now I'm worried about Berserk range. I need the Dancer post-warp? Yeah, she'll be in range of a accurate Armor Slayer. I still have to do it. If Elfin gets berserked, nothing happens, so that's okay. Can let Elfin get berserked. The one magic tile. That's the tile of victory right there. Oh, but I do have to move Elfin because, shit. Because, he's on a dangerous tile. An arrow could hit that tile. What's your con? I wish Roy could pick you up. I wish I had thought this through more. Lance can't get to a helpful range. Oh, right, because Lane has a barrier. She could just go for the boss this turn. With my barrier, I don't even take damage. I need to take him out now. Fire is the most accurate? Okay. Well, no worry about Berserk if the boss is just dead. Nice. Now Lena is out of range of those Armor Knights. Speed! The world's luckiest Lena. This is crazy. She has 69 Avoid. She's like 15 years old, so let's not make that joke about the 69 Avoid. But yeah, no. It's so massive. I can't believe she's going to become my premier dodge tank, even though her supports don't give much dodge. Her combination of speed and luck is just so good. The luck is going to compensate. Her luck stat is just ridiculous, while Lance and Rucker have terrible luck. Let's look at their luck. Lance has 9 luck, and Rucker has 9. Rucker's had a Goddess Icon! So all of the extra avoid that Lance and Rucker get from supports, Lena compensates by just having 4 luck. That's crazy. The highest dodge ceiling is still Rucker because he can go up to 25 speed. Sorry, 30 speed before he caps. It's Lance and Lena that cap at 25 speed, but yeah, this is crazy. Alright, let's rescue Elfin. He's on an unsafe lane right now. Roy, safe lane here, get ready to warp him, and we're just gonna end the chapter next turn. For our giant Lilina. Ah, stuff is happening. Those are the purges. She still has enough res, it's fine. Knowing those purges move is definitely another very strong reason I did not want to try and route this chapter. It's a nightmare. Look at all this stuff charging her too. Hell chapter. Let's be done with it. Okay, can we get a kill on Lilina? Or we... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we can reach the throne. Phew. Let's get a kill on Lilina before we end the chapter then, for EXP. Not gonna be a lot, but it's a promoted enemy, so it's 7. We're done! This is... yeah, Aureola. I don't have a way to use this. This is so hard to use, that tome. Because I think that Yodel/Yoder, whatever your pronunciation and translation said, I don't know if he's official. I think he starts with like S-rank staff. Getting S-rank light magic is really, really, really difficult because only promoted units can even use light magic. You can get multiple S-ranks in this game. I guess you could train your late game bishop then if you really wanted to use it for something. Now let's just double check that this is in fact the Ilia route, and we got the right one. Yes, we're on Ilia. We're set. We are so good to keep going for the rest of the game at this point. We got through 16x, which was really worrying. And this will be a huge shopping chapter too, so I'll have to plan like a shopping plan. Because there's an armory that sells hand axes. The last hand axes in the game. I'm gonna buy 10 hand axes. I'm not joking. I can also buy killer axes. And that'll help me deal with the late game wyverns. Otherwise, this is a super simple chapter. Yeah, so this run doesn't require me to do all of the side quest chapters, do me? I could have done 0 of them. But I think it's just more prestigious if I get True End. So I'm going for True End, so I'm doing everything. These ballistas are not too dangerous. You don't really have to deal with these ballistas. The gimmick of this chapter is the receding tide. There's a bridge here, so you see the shoreline connecting here and here. Once the low tide comes in, you can just walk over the sea. It becomes sand. It's a very interesting and creative chapter concept. Its creativity is silly though, because you can skip most of the chapter, so you can just kind of go north and ignore. It is nice to ignore the ballistas though. If these groups of cavaliers charge us, we'll have a way to deal with them. They are complete lance squadrons, so just giving an axe to lance destroys them. This guy is a purge, so he is actually a huge threat, especially if he moves. This guy has a sleep. We do have some long-range magic to contend with. Let's check if these guys move in FE Builder then, because if they move, we'll have to use a way to bait them out, and that will be a pain. I found the map in FE Builder. Let's go check if those guys move. Scroll and find the bishops. Purge Bishop charges from the beginning. Fascinating. And the Sleep Staff guy is locked in place, so that's non-threatening. The Purge guy then we'll consider to be threatening. Let's check how much damage he has. 23. We'll just find a way to tank him. We'll tank him using Faye or Lilina. It'll be fine. I think there's no threats this chapter. I think this is going to be an easy chapter. At the beginning, I can just run at these guys aggressively and dance and just like have multiple units obliterate them. I can position multiple units to be within range on turn 1. Let's get combatants. Rutger, Elfin, Lance, Lilina. You get a lot done. I might actually do this chapter tomorrow. I've been going at it for nearly 3 hours. It's like I usually stream 2 to 3 hours. And even though this is a relatively simple chapter, I might just save it and give myself some time to see if I need to do any research for the later Iliad chapters. Although if I encounter anything truly annoying, I can just fix it by having Lilina use the bolting tome. If there's ever a ballista that I can't deal with, or a siege mage that impedes me, I'll just commit using bolting to fix that problem, because I can buy more boltings in 21. So I think I'll be fine. I think I'll end here. I think I got great progress done today. So we're done with 16. We're done with 16, 16x. We only have like 10 more chapters left, counting side quest chapters and True End. So we're done with 2/3 of the game by this point. And our units are strong, and I feel good. Yeah, take care. Thank you for watching. I'll be back probably tomorrow as always. Cheers.